Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight with our Get Involved with CSC event. We are super excited to share with you our plans for the upcoming term, as well as how you can get involved with the planning that happens in the background. So yeah, just to start off, I'll introduce myself. My name is Gordon. I'm the current vice president of CSC,
My name's Callan, and I'm the current president of CSC.
and we will be your hosts for tonight's event. So yeah, buckle in and let's just get right to it. Yeah, so how to join CS Club. So memberships are automatically renewed during online terms for now, and there's no fee because it's an online term. So feel free to sign up now. Your membership will be renewed for next term. We'll be going over why you should join in the next slide, but for now, it's super easy. You just need to do three things: email syscom@csclub.uwaterloo with a picture of your walk card. If you don't have a walk card, you can I believe there's a PDF that you can have and you can access one or request one online to your what I am user ID. And lastly, just a line to say that you've read and understood and agree with our machine user usage agreement. And yeah, three simple steps. Just email syscom@csclub.uwaterloo.ca from your uwaterloo email address. Throughout this presentation, if you or throughout this event, if you have any questions, you could drop them in the Twitch chat, or you could go to slido.com and enter CSC-S21, or you can go to the link bit.ly/CSC-S21. Awesome. So why did you become a CSC member? Well, there are a few reasons. So first of all, community, right? If you join CSC, then you will support all the things that we do. With more members, we'll be able to get more funding, which leads to more and better quality events, right? As well, you'll be able to meet some really great people. Our current club has a lot of really great, really cool, really passionate people, really fun people. And by joining, you'll be able to meet everyone. Um, Also, we do provide services, which I think might be the bulk of it. Um, we do provide machine accounts, so you get your own personal CS Club account on our machines, and there you'll have access to a lot of storage and computing power. And I think most people do use this to host their own websites on our servers, right? Some other things that we do offer are video conferencing on Big Blue Button, as well as live streaming on Icecast, and that we'll touch on that later. But for more details on the things that we do offer, visit csclub.uwaterloo.ca/services. All right, so now I will pass it over to Callan.
Thanks, Gordon. So I'll talk a little bit about the CSC vision. We kind of started late fall 2020 when we decided, like we have to kind of do something for the state of our CS community. It's really lacking, and it would be really nice to get a little support. And then afterwards, we just started doing things. We just started making a vision and then putting out events that support our vision. So currently, our vision has three different pillars. It has academic, career, and community. Academic being academic support, having course support, knowing things like, hey, which courses should I take in upper year, or just like being able to talk about different courses, being able to meet different people from your courses, and just getting academic support for when coursework actually goes wrong. Career-wise, it's more so like providing career guidance, advice, stuff that we generally need, like resume critiques or interviews. And last but not least is community. So we want to make sure that, there's so many of us. There's like hundreds of CS students, and we kind of want to make a better CS community. We want to allow people to find new friends. We want to promote interpersonal relationships and just try to bring everyone together. So for this term, at least for the winter term, we've run a lot of events that have tried to get to our vision. So academic wise, we've done alt tab, out of the box. Those are kind of like workshop lightning talks that support the learning of new technical skills. Then we also have like we've been in talks with MathSoc reps, and we've been trying to fix getting academic support for CS students as well. that's going to spill over to next term. But career side, we also have our resume critique events, we have our interview, mock interview events, and we hope to do that next term as well. And last but not least, community. We have done speed friending, we've done movie nights, and a bunch of reading week socials, and hopefully we can do more socials as well. So this is currently the vision that we have, and we really want to go in this direction for the future, and continue to do this for spring as well. Yeah, so anyways, I'll pass it back to Gordon to talk about some of the upcoming events for spring.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Callan. So yeah, let's discuss some of the upcoming events that we have planned. Um, yeah, so as you can see on your screen, the first one is speed friending. We actually ran this event for the first time this term, and we had like over 70, almost 80, maybe even 90 people show up. It was really successful, I think. The people that came really got to meet a lot of different people, and overall, it was a really enjoyable event. So we really do want to bring this back once, maybe even twice during spring 2021. So keep your eyes out for that. Everyone is welcome. Obviously, we encourage as many people to participate as possible. And for those that don't know what it is an opportunity for you to meet new people in fast rotating groups of 3 or 4. And these groups last for around 10 minutes. We do provide an optional prompt, so you guys have something to start talking about. But yeah, it's a really great opportunity to meet other people that you otherwise would not have been able to meet. As well, we're really excited to launch a guided side project type of event. We are targeting first and second year students, but anyone is able to participate as well. And what this is you'll get paired with a mentor who will help guide you through one of your own personal side projects. So that might be something like a personal website, or maybe a more specific project that if there's a mentor interested in offering it, for example, related to data science, then maybe you'll be able to do that. That should last throughout the first month of spring, and our goal is to really like help students that want to create their own side project but don't really know where to start, and are looking for mentorship. This event is really for you. So those are just 2 events that we have planned as well. We have a lot more that we want to host. I think during winter, we were able to host a lot of events, almost like 1 per week for the entire term. Next term, we're looking to do something similar with game nights, right? Speaker series, we had Alt Tab this term. We intend to have Alt Tab next term as well, but also invite industry professionals or other people that have really good insights so that they can share with our community. As well, we'll be bringing back CS Club classics, so things like resume critiques and interview prep at the beginning of the term. Movie nights. Currently, we actually have movie nights every Friday, in case you guys didn't know. But yeah, those are held on Discord. Alt-Tab, which is, we had that event, I think, a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago, and it's a bunch of lightning talks where students get to, practice the public speaking and also share something that they're really passionate about. And something that we introduced this winter term is After Hours. It's our mental health talk series where we tackle more deep topics such as how to deal with jealousy, how to handle and manage your personal relationships, how to handle rough terms, like what happens when you fail a course or what happens when you fail a term, right? These things don't really get spoken about too often, and we do want to, bring these to light and help people kind of digest how to deal with them. So it's like an intimate fireside chat, and that's definitely something we'll be looking forward to continuing next term. If you do have any ideas for events, we do have a survey. It is bit.ly/UWCSclub-feedback. And there you can honestly put any type of feedback, but if you do have, event ideas, this is a great place to put it. As well, if you follow us on our social media and check out our Google Calendar on our website, that's how you can stay updated with all of our events. These are just some events that are going to come. Hopefully we'll have a lot more. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll pass it back over to Callan to talk about the website revamp.
Yeah, so going to slowly migrate to basically hiring for next term. But first, for some context, I wanted to talk a little bit about our website revamp. The link's up on the slides right there. So if you wanted to see what the website looks like right now, it's not going to look like that in a term. And we're hoping to have like a full redesign of the website. And the reason why we're doing this is really to just make it look more modern, make it more like approachable and friendly to people who are coming and like joining CSC and like having a way to like talk to us more efficiently. We're trying to make sure that we are able to convey our information a lot better on our new website design. And hopefully it can provide a lot more visibility to new events that are coming up, and people can use it as like a resource. We also want to heavily make sure that it's modern and it's simple and still functional. So we have a team currently working on that. We have a team of designers, front-end engineers, and back-end engineers. But we're currently also hiring for a senior front-end developer. So what you'll probably be doing is working with and like mentoring the front end team. You're going to be helping create the static site, and you're going to be implementing the pages from the design mocks made from the designers. And you're going to be using React, TypeScript, and Next.js. So if you're interested, please apply. And this segues nicely into the next slide, where I'm going to be talking about our program committee roles. So regardless, like if you're interested in the website role, please do use the same link on the screen to apply. But I'll get into the website, the program committee roles. So the program committee consists of these roles. They haven't changed much from last term. And we're currently looking for event coordinators. So event coordinators will basically be taking ownership of all of our CSC events. You'll be running it, you'll be brainstorming new ideas, you'll be talking across different teams, different sub-teams. You'll be talking to like design, you'll be talking to marketing. And basically you take ownership of a couple of events throughout the term. They're basically like the bread and butter to what CSC actually is. And then we have the marketing coordinators. Marketing coordinators are responsible for outreach and making sure that our information gets out to the audience, our targeted audiences that we want. You're also responsible for advertising CSC events and taking care of like all the social media that we have. So Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and our website as well. So after that, we have our Discord moderators. These moderators will basically be taking care of the CSC Discord. You'll most of the time be managing what's on the Discord, making sure that there's like a safe, inclusive environment on the Discord, and doing whatever Discord role or channel or category changes that there needs to be, and making the whole just environment a lot better for people using it. Next, we have class reps. For the upcoming term, we're hoping to have class reps of all years, just so that we can get more outreach to each class, and that we can learn a bit and get more insight for each class. So what reps do is basically they're in charge of outreach for their class, and they're in charge of voicing opinions and voicing concerns that come and arise from their year. So yeah, and we last but not least, we have our graphic designers. Our graphic designers are currently we have a couple, and they're wonderful, and they've made these slides and all of our graphics that you've seen so far. But we do need another graphic designer to help create similar graphics and designs, and perhaps even working on the website. So yeah, if you're interested in any of the program committee roles, please use the links to apply. And if you're interested in seeing what like further details about these roles, then also use the roles link to check out the role descriptions. But yeah, I'm going to pass it on to Max, actually, who's our sysadmin, and he's going to talk a little bit about syscom.
My name is Max. I'm the systems administrator for the CSC. The CSC is very different from other clubs because we actually manage our own infrastructure. We operate a large number of Debian servers running in several buildings on campus. Systems committee is responsible for managing this infrastructure, providing services to our club members. For example, one of our most popular services is web hosting. We host websites for a variety of student clubs and members. In addition, we also offer access to our general use machines and network file share, Mattermost, IRC Bouncer, video conferencing platform, and live streaming services. Our most important service is probably our open source software mirror, which is used by thousands of people across the world every day. If you are interested in understanding how servers work or like to become more knowledgeable about computers in general, I would strongly encourage you to join the systems committee. I guarantee that once you have spent a few terms with Syscom, you'll be vastly more knowledgeable about web servers, databases, networking, virtualization, security, and much more. If you're interested in joining, please send an email to syscom@csclub.uwaterloo.ca. And I get back to you, Callum.
Thanks. Yeah, so if anyone is interested in any of these roles and Syscom roles as well, feel free to send us an email or use the links on the side to apply. But anyways, I'm gonna take an interlude and talk about our CSC Discord. So if you haven't already, please join our Discord. We have an official Discord where we host a bunch of really cool events. Currently, I'm doing movie nights every Friday. And we're hopefully going to be doing more game nights. And just on the regular, we study in there, we chat. There's a bunch of cool people in there, and it's fairly active. So if you haven't already, join the Discord. But yeah, that's all for me. I'll pass it back to Gordon.
Sorry, it's muted. All right. Yeah, thank you so much to Colin and to Max for outlining the available roles for this term. We will now go into Q&A mode. So yeah, head over to Slido and either enter the code CSCS21, or you can use the shortened link bit.ly/CSC-S21, or you can drop it in the chat, and we'll answer any questions that you guys might have. So yeah, there's some questions on the Slido. I'll start with those. Currently, I'm a CSC member. Does my CSC membership auto-renew, or do I have to reapply again for Spring 21? So I do believe that as long as Spring 21 stays online and there's no membership fee, I think it should automatically renew. If your membership did not renew for whatever reason, please send us an email at execs@csclub.uwaterloo.ca. And we'll look into getting your.
It is exec at no S. It's just
no
Club
S.
Yeah. Also, I'd just like to mention, yes, we still don't know from Microsoft yet if membership fees will be a thing or not. So it's a bit too early to say at this point whether or not it's going to be auto-renewed, but we'll have the information first month of next term.
Yeah. If there is no fee, though, they should be auto-renewed, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, if there's no fee, they'll be auto-renewed. If there is a fee, then you'll have to pay your fee before the membership is renewed. Cool. Is there any experience required, like any programming languages for the different roles in CSC? And on what basis will you assign roles to applicants?
I can speak a bit for at least like ProgCom and WebCom. For program committee, nothing really. You don't need any programming language experience or just any programming experience in general. You mostly will be learning on the spot. Unless you're a designer, then you'll be using like your respective like programs. But otherwise, there's no like coding necessary for Procom. For the website committee and the one role that we're filling for the website committee, senior front end, we would like you to have experience in React, TypeScript, and Next.js. But of course, there's always exceptions, so feel free to apply. And as for the second question on what basis you assign roles to applicants, I'm assuming that kind of means like how long does this role last? For now, the roles last one term. So what we're hiring for now is for the spring term, and then by the end of the spring term, you can choose to stay, you can choose to go, and it just kind of depends on the state of CSC. But Max, would you like to answer this question for Syscom?
Sure. If you're in Syscom, you're basically going to be doing Linux server administration. So any experience you have with Linux will go a long way.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that a bit. If the question, I don't know what like you meant by basis exactly, but if the question was how does like the interview process work or anything like that, if you apply and we're interested in taking you on, then we'll schedule a one-on-one, or I guess you as well as like me, Callan, maybe Max, some other people, and we'll just kind of talk about you, why you're interested in joining CSC, and also talk about your experience to see if like this is really a good fit. And if everything goes well, then we'll invite you onto our executive committee. But yeah, that's hopefully answers your question. There are no other questions currently, but we'll be sticking around a bit. So yeah, like I said, drop it in the Twitch chat, or put it in the Slido. We'll be here for a bit. Afterwards, I just want to mention we will be on the Discord for kind of an open office hours where you can come, you can talk with me, Cal, and Max, as well as some other CSC execs. You can ask us questions, or you can just get to know us, chill for a bit. But yeah, that will be happening on Discord afterwards, after this event, and you can catch us there. So yeah. Will there be any coding questions for the CSC role interview? No, there will not. We will not ask you to some. We will not ask you any type of legal question. If you're applying for a developer role, like the senior front-end developer, we'll just ask you about like your experience, how knowledgeable you are with React and Next.js and TypeScript and the other languages, how comfortable you feel, mentoring other students, and yeah, just making sure that you really are the right fit for that specific role. But yeah, no coding questions for sure. Don't worry. Oh, when is the application deadline? Oh yeah, I should have mentioned that. The application deadline is April 23rd at midnight, so 11:59 p.m. That is, I think, 2 Fridays from now, or 3 Fridays from now. So that's again Friday, April 23rd at 11:59 p.m. EDT. That's when applications are due. Interviews will likely happen the next week. Good question. All right, we'll wait another 4 minutes, I think, or 3 minutes for questions. So at 7:30, we'll head over to Discord and we can talk there. How different are the CSC and DSC clubs? Does anyone want to take this?
I can talk about the non-Syscom bits. But Syscom is like a really big part of CSC that would differentiate us from DSC. But otherwise, I think CSC, at least vision-wise, is more focused on the CS community. Like we are focused on all of our computing students and making sure that they kind of get like a general backbone or like support structure. It's not so much of like, hey, we want to focus on data science and like make sure that people have resources for data science, but more so like, hey, we are a community of CS or computing students, and there's courses that general CS students have to take. We want to make sure that we have a support structure for that, as well as just like any other missing pieces that we want to support our students with. So I'd say it's more like it's a more general support structure for CS rather than the focus on data science. Gordon, anything else, Dad?
Yeah, I just wanted to like kind of add on to that. Data Science Club, if that's what you mean by DSC, they do focus like all their efforts in data science, so all their events. If it's like academic or career help, that's geared towards data science. In CSC and Computer Science Club, it's more general. It's not to say that we aren't interested in people that are interested in data science. We definitely are, and we want to support you as well. So you're definitely welcome. But I think data science is more of a specific like area. So if you really want to go in depth into data science club would be a great option for you. But yeah, also like Colin said, we do host a lot of other services on in terms of our systems committee, and that's something that I think CSC as a club is pretty unique for. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question. We do have another question, and it is, what's the most rewarding part of being on CSC? Alan, did you want to go first?
Do you want to go first?
I can go first. Yeah, so what's the most rewarding part about being on CSC? There's a lot of things, I feel. Callan and I kind of wanted to like re-energize and kind of like breathe life back into CSC this past winter term and late in fall 2020, because throughout our undergrad we felt like we would look at the engineers and they had their cohorts and they had their like little families, and they all took the same courses together, so it was really easy for them to, or it seemed like it was a lot easier for them to meet other people in the same program and kind of in the same like mindset of as them, maybe if that's the right word. But for us, if you're in CS, then it does feel a little isolating at first. You're just like a general math student for first year, so you're in class with like 1,000 to 2,000 students. Every class you get shuffled into a different set of 50 to 200 to 300 students. It's really difficult to recognize faces, really difficult to, I guess, make connections within CS. And we felt like that was something that we wanted to change, and that was something that we wanted, the next generation of CS students to really be able to take advantage of. So yeah, throughout the past term, we've been hosting all these events, right? Trying to get the community together, trying to build our community, and it's super rewarding to see kind of the fruits of our labor almost. I remember we were talking to some students, and when they were applying actually to join CSC, and they were saying how they attended, like our resume critique event, and they thought it was super helpful and actually like super entertaining, right? And they attended a technical like prep a technical interview 101 event, and that was also super good. They thought it was super like informative, and it really did like refresh their memory on things that they need to know for interviews, for technical interviews. And then also with like the speed friending, right? Speed friending worked out really well. I think a lot of people had a lot of fun, and the event in itself like got a lot of attention, and a lot of people were able to like gain something out of it. So seeing these events and seeing these initiatives kind of impact like the community, and hearing that feedback like feels really good. That's kind of my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I'll add on to that. I guess like for me, I mean, it's definitely been like a lot of work. And sometimes it's hard to see like our impact, or like if we do anything at all, for our community. So I think like certain little things, like sometimes we do get little pieces of feedback or testimonials where people are like, hey, this really helped me a lot. And just hearing that like one person benefited from like any of our events is just really, really awesome, because that's kind of what we set out to do. We want to make sure that the people who have need of these events actually do get to go to these and do get to experience these things. And I think like beyond that, like just the little community of CSC, the people on the Discord make me so happy. And like internally, like I've been able to talk to so many awesome people, and that in itself is probably the most rewarding part. I don't think I would have met this many like cool people without CSCs.
Yeah, plus one on the cool people thing. It's great being able to work with like everyone on the committee. But yeah, I guess that answers that question. Max, did you want to talk a bit about your experience?
I could talk a bit about what it's like to be on Syscom. It's very rewarding to be able to set up software and services that a lot of people use, in particular our Mirror, which is used by a lot of people around the world. So really very rewarding to learn more about how systems work, to set up, and to see that people benefit from it.
All right. Okay. I do not believe there are any other questions at the moment. Callan, Max, you guys have anything you wanted to say before I end it off? Yeah. Well, yeah, thank you so much to everyone for attending tonight. Really had a good time. Hopefully, you were able to learn a bit about CS Club, what we're about, what we want to do for next term. And if you're interested in applying, again, you can apply at bit.ly-uwcs club S21-apply. The link should be in the Twitch chat as well as on the stream. Yeah, thank you so much. We will be on Discord as soon as this event ends. So if you have any lingering questions that you want to ask, or if you just want to come chill and talk to us, that's where you can find us. The link is also in the Discord and it's on your screen. There's also a QR code that you can scan. But anyways, yeah, thank you again for spending your evening with us. From all of us at CSC, we'll see you soon. Awesome. Bye-bye.
Yeah.